Hey everybody, welcome in to Barry and Mark's Happy Hour Recap. I'm Mark.
And I'm Barry from EdwardsCom.net.
And we're coming at you from Merwin's Wharf at Rivergate Park, right here on the Cuyahoga River. Boy, is it nice, and thank these folks for the day.
Yes.
Great location, and since the opening in July, this place has just exploded.
It's exploded. The Metro Parks took it over, Cleveland Metro Parks, and like everything, they turned it into a gem, 3,000 square foot patio,
Yeah.
and it's just beautiful.
ClevelandMetroParks.com, search for Merwin's Wharf. On the left side, there's a little tab called Visit. Easy to find, that's Merwin's Wharf, and we'll have a link to the place and so forth in our show notes, and other links as well. And if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, right in the description will be a link to our show notes right there, and off you go.
Yes, and Mark, last week we talked about Google Analytics and some third-party tools that can help you with translating that. This week we're going to talk about analytics in a little more depth, why it's important if you're a business owner, small business, or VP or marketing manager to have at least a decent understanding of how you can refine your website and its traffic with analytics. So also how to create a measurement plan.
That big measurement plan. But
yes.
First of all, why is it important for a business owner to have a really good understanding of Google Analytics and analytics in general, really?
Sure.
Well, the better you understand, who's visiting your website, where they're going, how they're traversing it, it really, and their habits as well, it just really, really gives you a better understanding of how your customers react and how your potential customers, react here on your website. And also, we're going to assume that you have Google Analytics set up on your website. If you don't, call your web developer. And so again, we're going to assume you've got it set up on your website right now. If you don't, your web developer will let you know, or talk to your chief marketing officer or something, or your business owner, they'll know.
Well, yeah, any web developer with a saw will have web analytics installed already. It's an easy piece of JavaScript, and it goes hand in hand with setting up your Google Plus account and all the things that come with it. It's very important to your SEO, so that has to be done. And obviously, we discuss this whole process with our clients so that we get this process up and running so we can measure our results and refine them along the way.
So in order to capture analytics, you needed to create that measurement plan, as we said. But in order to do that, capture it and implement that plan, folks on your team, your web developer, depending if you're a small business, maybe the business owner, maybe a VP of marketing, they need to understand business objectives and strategies. They need to have some basic analytic skills, and they need to possess a little bit of technical skills as well.
Yeah, just a little bit. And now to discuss the measurement plan. The number one thing you want to do is create and document your business objectives.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we mean by that is, like, why do you exist? What do you do for your customers? And for example, Coca-Cola's mission. What is that? Oh, to refresh the world, to inspire moments of optimism and happiness, and to create value and make a difference. So, number two, that leads to number two. You need to identify this with strategies and tactics.
Yeah.
Okay, strategies. It's based on your business objectives, and the tactics would be how you're going to accomplish meeting those business objectives. So, for example, in Coke's business objective, you want to inspire moments of optimism and happiness, so the strategy might be to do this through a series of videos.
Videos, yeah.
Yep. The tactics...
And they do that.
Yes, they do. They do it very well.
Yeah, they sure do.
The tactics would be, how do you make sure people see those videos?
Yeah.
Very important.
Yep.
Most important.
Number three, you want to choose some key performance indicators. You might hear people refer to these as KPIs, and a couple of those might be, how, your sales. What are your monthly sales? How much sales are you generating in a month? And maybe another one might be the average dollar amount of those sales that you generate within a month. And number four, choosing segments. Segments, in this case, this is a common one in Google Analytics, new customers versus returning customers. And you can really measure effectiveness with those. You can set those up as a percentage. Google does that for you when you set those up as new customers and returning customers. So, for example, it could be 55% new customers, 45% returning customers. They will give you that information.
Yeah, and once you define that measurement plan, you need to keep it organic. You need to refine it.
It's always changing.
It is always changing. So what your goal was before and how you're going to achieve it, you might find that you need to refine that avenue a little bit more over time.
But you got to start from somewhere.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Absolutely. And continue, but you got to start from somewhere. All right, next it's important to understand goals and conversions. There's 4 types of goals in Google Analytics. First of all, number 1, the destination goal. And the destination goal simply is you could set up a goal to say, if they hit my product page or if they hit a certain page of your products, you could set that up as a goal. And number 2, duration goals, and that's of the people that visit your website, how long they stay there. That would be a duration goal. And real quick, the default for Google is 15 minutes, but you can adjust that. Google Analytics is 15 minutes, but you can adjust that to whatever you need. It might be shorter if you're showing a video. It might be longer if you've got maybe a white paper to read or so forth. But again, duration goals, that's the number 2.
Yeah, and so a very easy thing to measure with analytics are pages. How many pages the average visitor...
We have rowers going by. It's kind of distracting, sorry.
That's very cool. How many pages the average visitor is visiting on your website, and even more important are events. Are people clicking on videos? Are they downloading white papers? Are they filling out forms? So you want to measure that stuff. Really important to want to measure this in terms of goals, because that helps you get a better understanding of the visitor's habits, and therefore, again, refine this. And in the end, you want conversions.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so the 4 goals: destination goals, duration goals, page views, and event goals, and that leads us into conversions. And those would be, conversions simply would be a goal that has been met. Yep. And in Google Analytics, you can set up conversions based on goals, and you can actually set a dollar amount to those. And we'll talk about those in our next video, setting up a dollar amount that equates to a conversion based on a goal.
Well, without question. So next week, we're going to talk to you about setting up analytics with some setting up the goals in analytics with some screenshots that'll be helpful. And with that, Mick Jagger, the Rolling Stones, Mark, and I will be back to you next week.
Hey, thanks so much to the folks here at Merwin's. You talked to Rick, I talked to Jared. Great guys. Really great hospitality, and thank you for the great day. I know they weren't responsible for it, but we had just a great day here.
Yes.
And ClevelandMetroParks.com, on the left they have a visit tab or menu, as you'd call it.
Nice fall destination.
It sure is. So until next week.
Yes. Have a great week.
Have a good week.